Yo, what's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy Norms, and it's Friday morning, and it's the 10-8 podcast, and we are back. Chris Eubank misses weight. Oh man, what's going on? I mean, is this fight gonna go down? Gets fined 500,000. Has to be under 170 pounds due to the fight. We're gonna get into that. Pac-Man returning against Barrios. Brian Norman to fight SASAKI, and Charlo's tripping all over social media. Just seen a crazy interview. We're going to talk about that and be joined by my co-host, Christine, right after this. Oh my God, I feel horrible still, guys. I still feel under the weather. Trying to deal with that. I was watching the NFL draft yesterday. I was pretty excited. My New York Giants did what they had to do. I was excited about that. Got me a new edge rusher, a new toy to play with on defense. So I was super hype about that. But what's the deal, y'all? What's the deal? Trying to see what's going on. Waiting on my co-host Christine to come on. I don't know where she's at. Let me just text her again. Like, hey, we're live. I'm on waiting on you. But yeah, she should be on any minute now. But yeah, there's a lot going on. But yesterday was the draft. I love my NFL talk. You know what I mean? So I was definitely hyped. I'm looking forward to round 2 today. But it is fight weekend. It is fight weekend, and we have, of course, the Chris Eubank Conor Benn fight that's going on in the UK this weekend, and it's been pretty interesting in regards to everything I've been seeing transpiring within this fight between Turkey Al-Asik's tweets, talking about kind of saying somebody's going to pop dirty in a test, kind of alluding to that. I think that was very concerning. And now to find out that Chris Eubank has missed weight and got fined $500,000. I don't know. It's kind of listen, and the arena sold out. This is a very big fight. I don't know how the pay-per-view is doing and whatnot. I personally want to see this matchup. I think it's going to be great. If they sold it to me, I'm definitely all in on it. But a lot of controversy right now with everything going down in that fight. So, we're just sitting here waiting and seeing. But the rules is, from my understanding, what I've been reading about the Chris Eubank shit is he has to be under 170 in order for the fight. In order for him to get fined, I think he'll get fined like $1 million or more for the fight. And Conor Benn already playing the mind games, was talking about send me the money and all of that. So that was pretty funny. Sorry about that, guys. I got to switch my damn thing over. But yeah, it's definitely been an interesting weekend. Who do you guys got in the fight? Again, guys, I'm sorry. I'm still struggling with this damn cold. So bear with me. I'm waiting for Christine right now. Boss Deck, what up? We'll let the chat get in here real quick. But there's definitely a lot to talk about. How do you guys feel about this Conor Benn fight this weekend? Are you guys excited for the fight? I know I am. Definitely looking forward to it. I'm hoping that it does go through. I think they sold out an arena of like 70,000 people, which is crazy if you really think about it. Like 70,000 people is nothing to sneeze at. I don't know how it's going to do internationally in regards to sales, but I know it's a big one for the boxing community, especially in the UK. And now, like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to this matchup. I don't know where Christine is. We are waiting for her right now. She did hit me and said, we're ready to go. Let's go. So I'm waiting for her right now. Let me resend this link just in case. But yeah, this is about to be a movie this weekend. We got the NFL draft. We have that. We have everything going on. So I'm definitely having sorry I had an accident. So, she had an accident in the kitchen. She's coming right now. Yeah, don't worry about it, Christine. We will wait patiently for you. Uh, but yeah, the Chris Eubanks Jr. situation has been really odd. I mean, from his father coming out saying he won't be in his corner because of the disgrace of the egg slapping in the face. It's just been a lot of stuff in this fight. These guys really don't like each other. Listen, I mean, I just want to see a great fight. I want to see these guys get busy. Conor Ben is going up in weight. I think the 2 weight classes to take this fight. It's very personal. The dad's fought. But there's so many things. And again, Christine was talking about maybe it's them trying to sell the fight. I just don't see a positive spin on what Turkey Out of Sea said in regards to, somebody popping dirty. And there she is, Mrs.
I'm so
Spill in the
sorry.
kitchen. What happened
I'm
in the kitchen?
so sorry. So, what had happened was I was making coffee and I did it wrong and it like exploded everywhere and I had to clean it up. So
So
I was like,
coffee can explode. I did not
ah.
know that. I don't drink coffee. I'm like,
Well, I have a Keurig and so I had punched the little thing down twice
mhm.
and you only do it once. So it was like everywhere. So, but I have my coffee. Sorry.
I don't drink coffee. I never liked it.
Mm,
You know why? My parents used to do. So I'm Puerto Rican, right?
uh-huh.
And my parents used to give me coffee in a baby bottle when I was like,
Oh, why would they want you to stay up? Like, that's what I want to
it was
know.
a morning thing.
Mm.
Apparently, my mother thought it was cute to
Ah,
give me that. And I remember, I was drinking coffee probably till like I was in kindergarten,
uh-huh.
and I would just get these really bad stomach aches. And after that, I was just like, I can't do this coffee thing anymore.
Really?
Why would my
That's,
parents do that to me? Latinos, what's up with you guys?
yeah, I mean, I've heard of some crazy stuff, but that in a bottle, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it
That's
was, it was, it
that's
was,
interesting.
it was definitely weird for that.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
But
You know,
other than your stomach ache, that was the only reason why you wouldn't drink coffee anymore?
I
Was
don't
it
like.
keeping you up? Were you like hyper and like, I can
No,
see
I
you
just
jumping
don't
off
like.
the wall?
You know how uncomfortable it is to go to school and you have to go use the bathroom. No, who wants to do? Who
Oh,
wants
that's
to
what
have
you
to
mean.
do this? Yeah, like it was a.
It made you have to use the
Yeah,
bathroom.
it made
Oh,
me. I have
okay.
to go. Yeah, and then every time I smell it, I taste it. I can't stand it. Anyways, enough of the personal stuff.
Yeah,
Let's
anyway,
get
because
to this.
good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Let's get to this. Chris Eubank. I thought I had the clipping here, but Chris Eubank Jr. misses weight, gets fined $500,000, right?
Hmm.
And it's said on the day of cannot be more than 170 pounds, or he'll be fined over $1 million. And Conor Ben's out there trolling him, saying, "Send me that money, thank you." I mean,
Yeah,
this, this I mean, the controversy around this fight has been a little weird, right?
yeah,
From the
yeah,
egg slapping to the father saying he's a disgrace. Chris Eubank's father won't be in his corner to Turkey Odyssey saying that Eddie Hearn and somebody else have tests that may alter what people think of this fight. It's
yeah.
just been a lot of hoopla. I mean, uh,
Is it like? Do you think that it's hoopla or it's part of the buildup? Because really, I mean, they have to sell it to more than just the UK fans. I mean, we over here have to be interested in it. And now, are you more interested in it than you were before?
I was interested in when I seen the slap of the egg.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie.
okay.
That made me say, "Holy shit, he's very disrespectful."
Mhm,
Now, in terms of Turkey allegations,
mhm.
and now the weight cut missing, and
Right.
it makes me feel like uh there is some truth to what Turkey was saying, because if we all recall when Ryan Garcia was trying fighting, struggling to make weight or cut weight or whatnot, what happened? Pops from Osterin, right? And pops
Mhm.
for other substance, and he said it was basically to try to help him cut
Yep.
weight. And now we're kind of in a similar situation with
Yep.
Chris Eubanks Jr. And not to mention, I think he's 35 years old, and Ryan Garcia was probably around 25. And you know better than us when it comes to weight cutting at that age, it isn't that
Yeah.
easy.
No, it's
And the
not.
fight, yeah, and the fight is a day away. So
Well, yeah, and so yeah, Turkey must have had some kind of semblance of him not making weight, and like you said, maybe
so
he's taking something, or maybe he did take something. But I think the way that Chris hates Ben so much, you would think he would have been doing his damnedest to make weight.
yeah, and not only that, let's think about these allegations as well. Sorry about that. Connor Ben was at one point,
Yes,
somebody that tested that popped dirty allegedly, right?
it was the
And
eggs.
it would be kind of ironic if it happens the other way around this time.
It would be very iconic. I mean, ironic. It would be very ironic. I think it's really interesting. I think that's why you just really can't just go after somebody so hard like that because you just never know, especially if you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing or you're not going to be a weight. I mean, a boxer knows before weigh-in whether they're making weight or not. So, sometimes you just got to tone down a little bit because he's going to have egg in his face. Well, he does. He's overweight.
No, absolutely. Let me ask you a question. How difficult, right? Is it to drop weight or make weight once you're, a certain age? He's 35.
It is harder. It is harder, but it's not impossible. I mean, with the right team, the right nutritionist and strength and conditioning coach and so on and so forth, you can do it. But you have to start earlier. And if you have a good team, they know what the right time is for you to start cutting weight. Because you don't want to be in fat camp like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the fight. You need to be working on your technique, on your skill set, and how you're going to beat the person in front of you.
No, and it's kind of weird. I mean, dog, they're literally, and so they're 5 hours ahead of us, right? So
Yes.
they're literally, what is it right now? It would be almost 3 o'clock over there, something like that.
Hmm.
So he
Yeah.
has till the morning, and he can't. They're gonna have the morning weigh in, right?
So
Um,
I didn't get to see the actual controversy about the weigh-in. How much over is he?
so he was over about like a pound and a half or something like that. So they finally,
Okay. And then he
I think
can't
it was a
hot.
pound and a half. Don't quote me, but
Okay.
the big thing was he can't be over 170 on the day
Right.
of the fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that would cause him another $1 million. So you're losing a lot of money at that point. And
Yeah.
you know,
That's not good.
yeah. So that's what I read, and I was just like, man, that's kind of shitty. And I know they sold out an arena of 70,000 people.
Yeah, well, I believe it was Ben's dad that was saying that he really wanted Chris's dad, Eubank Sr., to go to the fight. He said he wasn't. He was disgusted and so on and so forth. He really wanted him to go, that they could watch their sons together and then afterwards, have some kind of, you know, I don't know, truce, I guess.
I mean, at the end of the day, listen. I mean, they're your kids, and
Hmm.
you know, I understand why you feel it was disgusting, there was no whatever, but I felt a little disappointed that he did that publicly. I think that's something you pull
I
your
agree
son
with
to the
you.
side.
I agree with you.
You know,
Exactly.
your kids are gonna do stuff that you're not always gonna agree with.
That's for
And
sure.
and to me, I thought it was kind of shitty of him to do that. And I was just like, dude, like, I get it. You're upset at your son, but to put him out there like that, it kind of shows, did you just want the attention? Did you, I
Well,
really,
what does that do to his son's mental state too?
absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
it was everywhere all over the internet
Yeah, no,
that
and
his dad was not going to be there.
it was so bad that I didn't even want to talk about it. And I seen it, I was just like, I
Same.
don't, I take a lot of pride in being a good dad. My
Mhm.
son,
Yeah.
I got three sons, a daughter,
Mhm.
and I don't ever want them to feel like they let me down or whatnot. And if they do, I have to explain it to them. So when I seen that, even though he's 35 years old, he's
It
still
doesn't
your
matter.
son. He's still your baby. And
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this the other day. I mean, it doesn't matter how old you are, you want your parents to be proud of you. It doesn't matter. Like, you always want that approval and that pride coming from your parents. And,
yeah,
you know, I mean, the same. Like, my oldest son is 36. I'm not going to ever publicly shame my kids. Now, they know that if something comes up, I'm going to talk to them behind closed doors. And I think that it was handled wrong. I don't know if it's the culture, Maybe he's used to his dad doing things like that. I don't know.
Nobody
But
is used to their dad doing stuff like that. That's just disrespectful. Like, I mean,
yeah, and I worry about the mental part. He's like, damn, my dad's mad at me and this and that and that, everybody knows. And so that's just more pressure. And also stress can make you hold on to weight too. I mean, that is a proven scientific fact.
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. And my wife's an ass, but no, she just came
She's
out.
lovely and
Teasing
beautiful.
me. Oh, she's a pain in the ass, but no, I mean, I felt really bad for that situation, and you're right. Maybe that is part of why he's dealing with what he's dealing with. I don't know, but they should all be there. It's history, and it's
Hmm.
boxing history in London. A lot of people downplay the boxing scene in London. So, if anything, you should be doing it for your fellow fighters that are out there. You know,
I'll tell you what that they have over the US, and nothing against us because I love where I live, but those fans, they ride deep for theirs. They ride deep. They fill up the stadiums. They ride deep. They'll travel across the world for them. They go hard for theirs.
no,
I will say
absolutely.
that. Shout
Seventy
out to
thousand is
everybody
nothing.
over there.
70,000 for Eubank and Conor Ben is
Yeah,
huge.
I'm telling you.
So I mean, I hope the fight goes down. I hope people in the United States support it. I want to support it. I'm going to watch the fight. I'm looking forward to it. I just hate the fact that it's 5 hours ahead, so I
Hmm.
don't know exactly what time it'll start. But
Yeah,
I'm definitely looking forward to the fight. I
me
hope
too.
everything pans out. I hope Eubank is as he did say, if he loses, he retire, right? If I'm not mistaken. So
That's what he said. He said that he took a lie detector test and said that he's seriously considering that if he loses, he's going to retire.
listen, I don't think it's because he's losing. I think it's because you're 35. It might be that time. You know,
It's a good exit.
it's
Like
a good exit. You get a nice
he
bag. You know what I mean? Nice check, just like Bud Crawford taking his nice first loss and the nice check. So
never,
yeah,
never.
like she said, I'm gonna make
That
you.
that would be that would be a good exit for Canelo though. He can go right off onto get on one of his horses and ride off into the sunset.
Canelo's gonna go get his win, get his money, and then
Mhm.
then I don't know who's gonna end his career with. Maybe Berlanga.
I just can't. You know what? I was just thinking about this. I don't even know. This it might be too exciting and too overwhelming, but I was thinking we should like maybe go live during the fight and like talk about what's going on.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I want. It's funny. I was thinking about the other day. I want to do that for a few fights,
Yeah, I
and
mean, I do too. I have a TV set up in here, but I just haven't even like set it up
the
completely.
only thing is we can't actually film the fight.
No, no, no.
So,
It has to be showing us
no,
talking about it.
absolutely. I'm definitely with that. I'm that sounds good to me. You know what I mean? I want to see a reaction when Canelo puts them to sleep. So
Shit.
me and Ray Jackson.
You know what you're gonna see? Y'all are gonna see a grown man crying on YouTube. That's what you're gonna see because
I
you
don't think
Norbs are
Bud's
gonna be
crying.
crying.
I don't think
You're
Bud's.
gonna be crying. You're gonna be crying when your guy loses. Just saying.
My guy's gonna come out victorious, and then you're gonna say, "Well, Bud,
No,
he
ain't no
did
well,
this
nothing.
nonsenses."
Mm-mm.
Listen, I like Bud, but I'm just keeping it real. But let's move forward to another person who I thought was retired. Manny Pacquiao versus
Who you thought
Mario
was retired? He's retired a
Mario
few times, I think.
Barrios is a done deal. Fight will be either July 19th for the 26th in Las Vegas or in San Antonio. San Antonio would be nice for that to happen. Free on
Yeah, I'll
Amazon
be there.
Prime, no pay per view. I mean, I'm gonna let you start this one off. I mean, do you want to see this? Do you really?
You know, if I think about it, okay, so Mario, I believe, needs this. I
Yeah.
believe Mario needs this. Um, because who is he going to face um right now otherwise? He's up there, he's a champ. Now I didn't read, is it gonna be for the belt or is it gonna be
I think
just
it is. I think it is for the belt. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me, but I
okay?
could. I don't think Manny would take the fight unless it was for a championship fight. But that's
Well, I think, I mean, there had been rumors, years ago that, Manny was in a little bit of financial trouble.
really.
Um, yeah, there were some rumors floating around. I don't know if they were true. Like I said, they were rumors. Um,
Jeez.
and then also, we remember a video, where Manny was asked begging, and Manny's wife was begging him to retire, and just to leave this
Yeah,
boxing alone. and do other
He having
things.
like Parkinson's or something, like he was having like certain flashes or something. I forgot what it was.
Yeah, and let's face it. I mean, how old is he now? I don't even know,
45,
but
I think 44,
he's
45.
up there. Yeah, but he's up there. But it just seemed like he could never get it out of his system. And it happens with a lot of boxers. They just don't know when to say enough is enough. We've seen it many times. I mean, Roy Jones Jr., I mean, Mike Tyson. We've seen it. We've seen it. So I get it. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure the strategy. I just feel like Mario needs a win because his last fight was not very good, and now we have Boots in talks as far as not in talks, but they have to face each other. And Brian
I'll say
Norman's in
this.
the mix,
It's a
so
it's a
it's a build up.
it's a starless division. Boots is the biggest star in the division, which is not, and no disrespect to Boots, but it's not really good news for that division.
Yeah.
Brian Norman Jr. is about to fight Sasaki. I don't even know who that is.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
You
I
get,
know who he is. Yeah.
but I'm saying at 147. I mean, and I've even heard rumors of Pacquiao possibly fighting Boots, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, I did hear that too, and I think this is probably the buildup because I really believe like Manny feels like, and people feel like he may beat Barrios, or but either way, they gotta face Boots. Base the hardcore, Base the kid, the hardcore casual says he feels like this is fake news. What
Who
up?
said?
What up, Base? What
No,
up, Base?
I wish it was fake news too, but I've heard it.
But it,
Listen, Manny came back a few years ago. What was his last fight? But he
yeah.
lost Ugas, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think that was his last fight. If I'm not, I could be wrong. He was gonna
Well,
fight, he was gonna fight
I
Errol
mean,
Spence.
I had heard this last night when one of the my guys in gyms like, hey, did you hear about Barrios and Manny? And I hadn't heard it at that time, and
Yeah,
now waking up to it. So I believe it. I mean, I do believe it. I think they both need it. And we're going to see who wins, and then I think the next person will face Boots,
yeah. I mean,
the
Boots.
winner.
Listen, this guy just said Boots is most definitely a superstar. No, he's not. He has talent, superstar talent.
Let's say star. Let's not say super. Let's
Yeah,
not put
I
the
mean,
super there yet.
when you start saying superstar, you gotta say guys like Gervonta. You talking about draws? He's not a draw like that yet. Guys. Stop that. Manny Pacquiao happens to be that type of draw. Manny
Oh, for
Pacquiao
sure.
would be at 147 right now the most popular fighter at 147. He is a legend.
Yeah, he's one of my faves. He's
Yeah,
one of my faves. The old heads are going to definitely go and tune in.
yeah, and not only that. To be honest with you, if any of the champions at 147 Manny has a chance against, it would be Barrios.
If,
I mean, I still think Barrios probably pulls it off. This guy's 45, 46 years old, whatever he is. But maybe there's a shot that that could be the boost that Boots needs in that division, and maybe then they get a mega fight with Brian Norman. I don't know, but I'm not happy about this fight. I just feel like I hope Manny's not in financial situations.
yeah,
Heard the
yeah,
same thing for other great fighters in that
yeah.
same division with Floyd Mayweather, which I
hmm
thought the stuff I'm hearing from that situation is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, same,
Um,
same. Uh,
so
you see this comment, based the kids, a casual, Pacquiao said he's not, casual. Pacquiao said he's not fighting until after he finishes his government commitments. He won't be done till about September. Well, that leads to what we're talking about.
yeah,
Is he having some issues and he needs to, you know,
I don't
put some
understand.
money in the bank?
I don't understand how you make $123 million in a fight and not have money. I you know what's crazy?
We can't comprehend it. We can't comprehend it. But the more money you make, the more expensive the things that you want to buy are.
Yes, but why? Well, I mean, I'm a cheap person. Like, I don't buy myself anything. So it's like, to me, it's like, dude, like I never understood, and that's why I could get it with Floyd. I don't get it with Manny. But again, Manny's not a flashy, outgoing type person, right?
No, but also he's in his country, he was passing out money, he was buying, building schools, buying houses, maybe he just did more than he should have. And yeah, like Sheldon said, maybe he lost some investments. Um, I don't think it's because he just wants to be so flashy, but he is a very generous soul, you know.
Yeah, I mean, no. Listen, people do lose investments or invest in the wrong things or try to help everybody out. It's just absolutely absurd. MAW says, hello,
MAW.
boxing fans. Norm's in chat. Good luck. If Pac-Man can become the oldest champ of current era, to be honest, my first preference always centers around unifications to undisputed in each division smash. I appreciate that. I just feel like, it comes a time where you just gotta just hang it up. I mean, especially like all the wear and tear. This guy is not a guy that was a defensive fighter that ran or was very
Yeah, he was in
he
your
was
face.
he was pedal to the metal and he's going for it all. I mean, we've seen him get knocked out viciously. We've seen
Viciously.
him,
That hurt my soul.
yeah, I'm just like, man, he went through wars. I hope it's not. I hope he doesn't. But at the same time, the 147-pound division does need some type of
Shake
boost.
up.
Yeah, and that's why I think Ryan Garcia is going to be the biggest answer for them because he's going to go up. Devin Haney just asked for his fight versus his first fight on May 2nd to be moved up to 147. So I just hope Manny just does not make this fight happen. To be honest, it would be absolutely terrible for me. So I hate watching that. I
Yeah.
really hate watching your heroes just a shell of themselves.
Yeah,
You know,
I get that. I get that.
but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
thank you.
It's thank you. Yes, for the subscription. Did you subscribe to both channels? Please subscribe to both channels and thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
But speaking of 147, Norman Jr. is facing Sasaki. I'm not very familiar with him, but Christine, you are. Please.
Yeah, he's pretty talented. I'm just recently knowing who he is and seeing what he does. Like I said before, my son got to go to Solace's gym in Vegas, and he's going back. Which is very exciting. But he's really enlightened me on this guy, and honestly, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good matchup. A lot of people don't know him, but the people that do know him know that he is very talented.
It's a little disappointing for me because everybody wanted to see a unification between him and Boots, and now we're getting this fight, and now we don't know who Boots is going to fight, and now we got Barrios potentially fighting against Manny Pacquiao.
But
I
doesn't
mean,
this go along with Boots's MO? It's like he really stays away from any too risky, too dangerous situations. I mean, let's not be surprised. He dances around things. You know what I mean?
in his last shout out for the donation, by the way. I'm sorry, uh,
Yes, thank you.
but I mean, to be honest with you, he's been the one more aggressive recently. He's the one that said, "Hey, we offered him 2.5. He just took 100,000 in a fight. He didn't want to take this fight. What's the holdup?" And then he turns around, Norman Jr. takes this fight. It kind of leads me to like, okay, does Brian Norman Jr. want this fight? Why didn't he hold out for a negotiation? He probably could have got more than 2.5. These are questions I got to ask, and I'm going to pull up to his gym and ask him. But
I think you should. I think you need to go and pull up to his gym and ask him straight up.
no, I have to. His
You
father
have to.
invited me. His father invited me, but he had a personal thing going. I was going to go this
You,
Thursday.
you might be uninvited. I mean, you seem to be making people mad here recently. It's like, people are there and they have their arms wide open to welcome you, and then you make them mad, and then the doors are slammed.
No, that was Tiara. Tiara got mad at me because of Sky. I don't know. I'm just being fair. But
But if senior invited you to the gym and then you go up there and say, "Hey, what's up?" Blah blah blah, he might slam the door in your face. You may never be able to go back again.
Brian Norman seems a good guy. He invited me, but he had some personal stuff going on this week, so I couldn't. I don't want to put it out there. He had something going on.
Yeah, no, you don't
But
got to put nothing out
but
there personal.
I definitely got because I don't understand this fight. I thought they were negotiations to make this big mega fight at 147,
Yeah,
and now we're hearing this. And again, why?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I know. I mean, Basic Kid saying the same thing. Close to 2 million on the table. What? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But I will say this. Um, Tokyo has very deep pockets. They have very deep pockets. Who knows what's happening behind closed doors? Um, I mean,
I mean, do you think
my
he's getting
girl fought
2.5?
Mio 2 times. Like we beat her, and we had to fight her 2 times. Like, and they want us to fight her again. Like, why this same girl? Well, she's from Tokyo, Japan, and their people have deep pockets. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't know. There's a lot of stuff we don't know.
I don't know. Listen, I'll go to Japan if they want me to. I've
I
always,
love it. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's my favorite place.
but to me, is this the right move for Brian Norman Jr. at this point? Do you want to be the star of the division? Does this bring you closer to being that star? We all want to see the fight that everybody says, or actually Boots said that you're avoiding is him versus you.
Yeah.
You know, you took 100,000, and you said this, right? You said this
Hmm.
recently. You took 100,000 for this opponent, but you wouldn't take 2.5 to fight Boots.
Yeah.
Are you now the one that's scared to take this L?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't think he is. I think every match you have to take, in my opinion, when it comes to there's not the same value. But what is the value of this fight? Are you
Well,
giving
I think this is just my thought process. I think that at the negotiation table, there's a lot of things that are talked about. So I'm just saying possibly a scenario is fight this guy, Sasaki, and then when you do fight Boots, you're not going to fight for 2 point whatever million dollars. You're going to fight for 4. You know what I'm saying? The build up, the anticipation, wanting these two to fight. Build it up more. Why take 2 and you can take 4 or 5? I think there's got to be something like that, or there's got to be something promised.
but does
Um,
this fight give you that build up? I mean, I don't.
Well,
I'm
I
not
mean,
familiar with
look,
the
look,
guy.
look what we're doing this morning. We're talking about it. We're talking about this fight, and we're talking about how we want Norman Jr. and Boots to fight. So it is building the anticipation, whether we think it is or not, because we're talking about it. And we still want to see it. Now we want to see it even more. Like, what's the problem? Is Brian scared?
Yeah.
Is Boots scared? I mean, now we want to know. Now we want to know, really want to know. So I can see the play a little bit.
Somebody called the Normans and are swindlers just like the Schofields. Oh my God! Here we are with that video that
MAW.
before we jump off to that, but I don't want to jump off the subject, but I forgot to put that video up, and it happened like a week ago. The Schofield and the him talking about he wanted 2.5 to fight um what's his name, Abdullah Mason, and then turns around and takes his other fight. Like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, I don't. He's really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't understand that. But
It's so sad because, yesterday we were kind of touching on that on just lunch, about the fathers that, like, the kid, the boxers can be great, the sons are great, and they have their fans, and then here come their fathers and just really set them up for
failure.
for take all this shit on social media. Like, Kid Austin is the nicest guy. Like, I love him. I've been able to be around him. I've interviewed him a few times. Of course, his dad was right there and wouldn't let him talk, but his dad makes you not like him, his
Oh,
son,
really?
and
I don't
want to
even
see
want.
him lose to shut his dad up, which is horrible. Horrible.
No, no, absolutely, and it's just we just want to see the good fights, man. You had Shakur.
Yeah,
Why isn't that fight happening again? Yeah, you said you wanted 2.5. Like, you're outpricing yourself at that point.
absolutely
Put
outpricing.
Abdullah Mason, who's
Absolutely.
one of the biggest stars out there, and honestly, I think he would have had an advantage because I think I think Abdullah's still a little green. You know what I
He
mean?
is a little green. He is green.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to be great, but he is a little green. I agree with you 100%.
yeah, I just don't understand these situations, why these fights aren't happening. And let's get back to the Brian Norman Jr. situation. Brian Norman Jr. That situation is kind of similar because Brian Norman Jr. doesn't really talk a lot. He's another one that doesn't like to talk.
Yeah.
And his father was doing the talking. Now he's coming out there doing more interviews and talking
Hmm.
about it. So it's just like, why are we sidestepping here? Why isn't this
Hmm.
fight happening? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Same thing in the Schofield situation. Why didn't the rematch happen with Shakur? I mean, why did the fight get just postponed? Or you said you wanted to fight Abdullah. Why'd you outprice yourself? In this situation, I mean, you take that belt, you pretty much now got Ryan Garcia on the line. You probably got
Hmm.
Haney on the line. This division is about to get full. So to me,
Yeah.
it's like, why even risk fighting a dangerous opponent? Go get that money. Go get that.
I just, like I said, I just really feel like it's going to be greater later. That's my opinion.
It could.
And I mean, I really believe it's going to play out. And y'all are going to see that it's going to get greater later, and then the money's going to be up. And I just really feel like that. Like, he doesn't have to fight
147.
him right now because he can make the more money later.
Yeah, but that's only if Boots can stay at 147. I don't know how much longer he can stay there.
Well, I mean, according to him, he is, and he can, according to him. So, I mean, we see our eyes tell us differently, but
Yeah.
you know, that's all we have to go on is what he's professing now.
Yeah. Just Do Boxing says, I think they're attempting to leverage the WBO title because they know how bad Boots wants to be undisputed. I've interviewed Brian Norman Jr. a few times. He definitely wants to fight Boots, he says.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I can agree with that.
No, listen, I want to see it too, but Boots has more options than Brian at this point. Boots can turn around and go fight Ryan Garcia. That's something that they've been talking about. They've been talking about him versus Teofimo Lopez. Those are big fights, opposed to opposite of what Brian Norman just signed with Sasaki. It's not as big a fight as a Teo or a Ryan. So to me, he still holds all the cards, Boots. I just don't understand why he didn't go. Am I wrong? Please tell me that.
No, I just, like I said, I just really believe what I said was that he's going to make this little money here, you know, and we're talking about it. We want to know why they're not going to face each other, when they're going to face each other, and then when they do, you know, there's going to be more money thrown at them because people are anticipating it, you know. I just think it's a buildup. I really do. I mean, it's kind of a sideways way of doing it, but it happens all the time. It happens all the time if you think about it.
No, it does, but I just feel like in terms of build-up, right? Ryan Garcia gets in that division, and now they made his fight versus Rolly Romero championship fight, by the way, right?
Yeah.
So Ryan gets in there. Now you get pushed down again. Teo gets in there. You get pushed down again, Brian. You're going to be less of an option at this point, regardless if you're the champion, because Boots is going to turn around and say, even though let's say he does want to be undisputed, he's going to look at the money he's going to make with Ryan and Teo. And you know, Teo's going to go for a belt.
I do agree with you there. I do agree with you there that those are more intriguing fights and fights that we really want to see. But I really believe that he feels like he has this one chip to play, which is now. You know, later on he's not going to be able to do that. But so I see what you're saying. But again, we still want to see it. We still want to see it, especially with the talking from the dad, you know, and from Junior that says, you know, he can beat everyone and anyone, and Boots proclaiming the same thing. So I think it's a buildup. I really do.
I hope so, man. And again, I think Brian Norman is really talented. But I just feel like, you know, these kids are going to start moving up. They're going to get better opportunities than you. And chances are you're going to lose that spotlight, and then maybe Boots jumps to 154. I don't know. I mean, listen, Ryan Garcia, we all know is a big payday for them. But I just want to see the damn fight, man.
Boots is going to jump to 154 when it starts clearing out a little bit.
Yeah, when those guys are going to 160.
Saying.
Yeah, when they go up to 160.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Boots is like, you know, it's a little stormy over there right now.
Yeah, I'm going to chill up here for a minute, you know, and then we'll talk about it.
I mean, I don't know. I just want to see the damn fight. I just seen an interview, which I now, again, you probably recognize whichever. I think this is the Big Charlo, right? So I watched his interview.
Yeah, Big Charlo.
So like Thomas, I'm gonna beat your ass. You know that. I'm back. He back. That's what I want. He back. So
that shit don't bother, bro.
Remember
I
all that
bro,
talking about. All that you talking about. I'm like if when I knock you out, I'm a stop on your ass.
All right, we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
So keep talking. Keep running your mouth. Mister, keep running your mouth. Watch. I'm gonna show you.
That's what he say. Right,
I'm gonna show you. You can't with me. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna spit on your ass. When I get to you, don't say nothing.
You too emotional, champ. Well, go ahead, Sean.
I'm gonna show you how much emotional I am.
All right, you're right. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry, bro.
I enjoy the passion between the fighters, so it's all good. But what do you think you've actually gotten better at in the ring in those 9 fights?
The nigga bum.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so you fighting a bum. All right, so you fighting a bum then. Fuck is you talking about?
You a bum.
What is you talking about, bro?
You a
like
bum.
up. Like,
You
up.
a
Shut
bum.
up, bro.
You want to be
Shut
black
up.
so bad.
Shut-
You want to
like,
be
what?
black so bad.
So I guess that's his next fight coming up, right, Lamana?
Yeah.
Man. What did you think about off of
You know, a lot of people were saying that they felt like maybe he was drunk.
Ohio?
Charlo was drunk, or he's been hit in the head too many times.
He did look a little slurish, like he was kind of.
Yeah, you know, I will say, you know, I'm from Texas, and I personally, when they first came out, they are talented, and I thought it was great. You know, two twins, two very talented twins.
Yeah.
But as you get to see the way that they move and the way that they talk and so on and so forth, I became less and less of a fan personally. I don't ever want to see anybody you know, get hurt or whatever, but I just haven't been big on them. And it's Lamata, right? That I believe that he's the guy's name that he's fighting. You know, and he's got a point. It's like you're calling him a bum, so then you're saying that, you know, your next fight is with a bum. So if you beat this bum, what does that say about you? If you get beat by this bum, you know, what does that say about you? And I do think he is too emotional.
No, absolutely. It's kind of crazy because I really like him. I really like that's the big Charlo, right? But that's not the fight I want to see. I mean, he's had inconsistency for 3 years. They took his belt away. He came back. He looked pretty good in the comeback. Didn't get the Canelo fight.
I mean, he held that belt for some years, right?
Yeah, 3 years.
Literally on the shelf.
He didn't fight for 3 years with the belt, which was crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He was just holding on to it. They let him.
You know, he does the whole thing with Caleb Plant, grabs his beard, gets slapped. I don't know what's going on. Like
that's the fight I want.
That's the fight I want to see. Like I don't want to see Lamont, but it's just like I think at this point, you know, the stuff that he went through with his brother, he didn't look, you know, when he fought Benavidez, was it Benavidez Jr.? No, the little brother, the big brother.
Yeah,
he was very emotional. I think his mental state to me is where it really worries me. Like, forget everything else. The guy's a talented fighter, but you know, even in this interview, like he's just pretty much insulted this guy, telling him he wants to be black and this and that, and you're a bum and this, and he just looks all over the place, and it is a little worrisome because this is a very, very talented kid, talented fighter.
No doubt.
I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. MEW said Jamal's selling his fight with that drama talk. Ideally, hope leads to Plant versus Jamal, but full props to Lamana if he can pull off the upset. I mean, listen, he's been put there, Lamana, to lose. Let's be honest.
Yeah. He I mean, Charlo needs this. He needs something. He needs to knock the rust off, and he needs to get back in the groove. So yeah, he is. But if he doesn't, then he's done.
Yeah, and listen, he's missed out on a lot of money. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, at one point, people wanted to see him and Canelo. Canelo actually tried to make this fight happen.
Yeah.
And people didn't want to see it because of the inconsistencies and him not being around. Like, he's lost millions of dollars. So he really needs this so he can be put back in the conversation.
Yes, he does. Absolutely. I agree with you.
Getting a Berlanga fight, possibly getting a Caleb Plant fight. So he really needs this. And I don't know if he's mentally there, though. Like, he just doesn't look mentally stable at this point.
Yeah, I agree. You know, and it's a shame. It's a shame. I hope that he is just selling the fight and he is just giving us fans what we want to see, and I hope that he is okay.
Reginald Haynes says Plant is fighting a bum too. Those two, I don't like calling these guys bums, but Plant just came off of a big victory with McCumbee. He had a big knockout versus I forgot his name. He had a big knockout after that.
And look, respect to Plant. I mean, Plant has fought just about all of the scary boogeymen out there. You know, so.
Darrell, that's his name. He knocked out Darrell.
Yeah, Darrell. But I mean, props to him. You know, props to him because he's not turned down any fights as far as we can see.
Like, it's a big difference.
Very active.
You can take a tune-up fight or just keep one fight until you get that fight you want. But Jamal has literally been, I mean, what is he for? One fight, maybe two in the last 4 years or something? I don't know.
Maybe one. I don't know. Somebody help us out.
Yeah,
But
like it's kind of been
I
crazy.
thought after the slap, it was going down. I thought it was going
Yes.
down. We were setting it up.
Yeah.
Who that to me, that striking when the iron was hot, because man, I would have been like, here, let's go. Here's the money. Here's the money. Put the money out there. It's
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's allowed a lot of people to get in front of him. And look, even
has.
Berlanga, more people want to see Berlanga versus Plant than Charlo versus Plant.
Mhm.
And that's after
That's
getting
true.
slapped. So
That's true.
it's crazy. Just Do Boxing says Jamal Charlo outside the ring choices have caught up to him. I know somebody that knows both brothers, and their
Yeah.
father and Jamal
Yeah.
life choices have
Same.
stalled his career in a huge way, unfortunately.
Yeah, same. I don't
Very
like to talk about the stuff that I know either. I just say, it's I live in Texas, and just like I knew things about EJ, I live in Texas, and anyone that trains here, it's a very small boxing community. Anyone that's here in Texas, we people talk.
Boxing period is a very small community. So
Absolutely. And then it just gets even,
yeah, and listen, I couldn't the big Charlo, Jamal, right? He
Yes.
literally had, and this is just being honest, he had a Canelo fight. His inactivity
Yes.
lost him probably a 8-figure fight.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Caleb Plant fight. This should have been the fight he should have been fighting.
Yeah.
A big
Yeah.
fight.
Great.
And now you're put in a
Agree.
situation where you need a really, really good win right now in order to be put back in the top of that division. There's a lot. He could have fought Benavidez. There's a lot of guys that he could have fought, and it's unfortunate. He was a champion, didn't defend it for almost 3 years. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on that end right now.
I think just was like that was mentioned in the chat. It's like all the outside stuff, all the personal stuff, and if your mind is not right, you're emotionally not right, you're not going to be right in the ring. You can get seriously hurt, if not, lose your life, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, lose your life, lose your livelihood, lose your reputation.
Absolutely, and then you don't have a chip to play.
No, and listen, his younger brother was a lot more active, and eventually, after the Canelo fight, kind of, disappeared for a while. But at least he got the Canelo fight. And the crazy thing is, you had the Canelo fight, and that's another thing.
That was crazy, wasn't it? Wasn't that crazy?
He had the fight and turned it down, and
and I mean, especially since they allegedly were bumping heads, and then little brother gets smaller brother gets it. That was interesting.
This is my thing. Like, I don't know where his head is at, man. Like, out of both brothers, he looks the one that's least mentally stable at this point.
Yeah, if we have to go off of this interview, wow.
No, but even off the actions, you didn't take the Canelo fight. Your brother did.
And I'm just talking about current time. Like, where's his head right now? We know his head was not there previously because he fucked up the bag. But right now, like, wow.
Reginald Haynes said Canelo should have fought him in 2019, but didn't. Guys, Canelo can't fight everybody. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, like.
Oh, Norb's like, don't pick on my guy. Don't pick on my guy.
You know what? I'm getting tired of you. What the fuck are you gonna do? Listen, he had the opportunity, he turned it down, and probably would have made way more at this point. And we all don't even know what the reason was actually for. I think he said he was mentally going through it.
I mean, we see.
Yeah, like what?
That I think possibly still.
Yeah, he's left a lot of money down on the table. I'm really rooting for him though to get back in it. But that interview, he showed no respect to the opponent. And again, I mean, I think there's a level of respect you have to show sometimes because you guys are both fighters. He was just like, you're a bum.
Yeah, and I don't like calling fighters bums.
Yeah, they don't usually do that because you're risking your life.
Yeah.
You're telling me he wants to be black. And I'm just sitting here like,
I don't even, where did that come from?
Yeah, like, I mean, I hope he gets it together because he's still got a couple of good fights left in him. He is still undefeated, right?
Yeah.
Let me say this, Christine. I want to see how he reacts after his first loss. I mean, he's never lost and he's acting like this. Can you imagine?
I think we're gonna see a big crash out. Like, I mean, like you said, if these are the actions now without a loss, We're going to see a crash out, and I pray that he gets the help he needs now and after.
You think this fight actually? When is this fight actually going to happen?
I don't know. I honestly don't have the date. I don't know.
I'm not even familiar with Lamont. Are you familiar with him?
No, I mean, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm gonna actually now. I'm taking notes every time we have a show. Like I take notes because I'm gonna go back and watch him and see what he's got.
the funny thing is when I first seen it,
no.
I thought he was the one interviewing. I'm like, why is he arguing with the interviewer? And I came to find out that was the actual fighter, which is crazy. So that was kind of crazy. But I don't know what else is going on this weekend. Hold on. Canelo should have fought him. Whatever. When Reginald says he's not fighting him coming off a long layoff. Come on, bro. First it was he should have taken it, but then he couldn't happen when he was. Bro, didn't like Canelo like fight Triple G like that year? Like you gonna fight Triple G or you gonna fight? Come on, guys. Sometimes sometimes when you're the guy, you make the rules. But I'm interested in seeing what's going on with this fight with Conor Benn this weekend.
Yeah, me too.
Again, tomorrow morning early, we'll find out if he's going to make that 170 or stay under the 170, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know, man. Who do you got winning that fight anyway?
You know, I really want I want Eubanks to win. I do. Like,
you don't like Conor Benn? I
mean, I want Eubanks to win.
I like Conor Benn's attitude, man. He's just supposed to fight everybody.
So you gonna go with Ben tomorrow?
I just like Ben. I like his whole attitude, man. Like he just
so you putting $1 on Ben, and I put $1 on Eubanks.
$1.50. Let's go big money.
Yeah, let's go $2 then.
$2.50.
Why you want the 50? I don't want change.
50, no, you don't. All right.
Then let's go $3.
All right, $3. $3 is fine. We can do $3.
Bet.
I like Conor Benn because he wants to fight everyone. Like when Ryan Garcia put his arm around him, he looked at him and was like, "Get the fuck off of me!" Like I love that. Like
yeah,
like he doesn't want to be friends, and he says it all the time. I love it. He doesn't want to be cool with these guys. He doesn't want to hang out with them. I'd like to see Conor Benn fight Boots. I wouldn't mind seeing that. You know, like I mean. Ben is awesome, man. I think he's great for the sport, and he's a good fighter.
He is. Not taking anything away from him.
You know, we could fight Conor Benn versus Blair the Flair, and you know what? After he wins, he can get me my T-shirt from this guy.
I wish Bomac was still training Eubanks too. Yeah, whatever happened? Did Blair the Flair ever reach out to you or give you your $40 back?
No, he's ignored me.
Wow, he may have needed gas money. So you know what? Let him make it. Let him make it.
You know, Conor Benn is going to fight him, and I'm going to have Conor Benn get my money back. Conor, you know, do me a favor. You guys owes me a $40 T-shirt. You know,
right.
Let's see what's up. But I don't know. I know, Christine, you got a busy day ahead of you, training and stuff like that.
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired, but we got things to do.
Tired too. I got editing to do. I got to drop more stuff today.
You're awesome. You do the best editing. So all the editing, all the little shorts that you see, Norbs does it all. He's amazing.
Man,
appreciate you.
I wish I could do more.
It was so funny. I have to say, this is so funny because you know, we did the Just Lunch yesterday, and there was a comment, and the guys, so I guess it was a guy, I don't know, the name was like J Jokes, something like that, that said, "Oh, by the way, you don't look anything like your thumbnail." And I just start busting out laughing. I'm like, "Oh, you mean the AI generated thumbnail where I have makeup on and my hair is not braided up and it's down?" Yeah, you damn Skippy, I don't.
This is a very beautiful woman right here, guys.
It was so funny.
People are insane with that.
It was so funny. I was like, "What? I don't look like this AI version of me? Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
That's hilarious. I like. Oh, you guys like the shorts? Now the shorts are doing really well online.
Shorts are good. Yes, Sheldon, they are good. They are so good. You just get right to it, like right to it. Like some people don't have time to like watch the whole show, or they watch it, you know, like through the day or whatever, little by little, piece by piece. But when you put those shorts out there, man, they're awesome.
No, I'm gonna try to drop like 3-4 today, guys, right before the draft, and then after 7, I'm chilling. But yeah,
chilling.
I gotta figure out a little system where I can do these stuff more, but we're gonna figure it out. Christine, on that note, I'll let you go. Get to trading chicken.
Thanks, guys. Yes, she does.
Yo,
Yes.
Can I be the spit bucket guy? I just want to walk in. I can go for short. I can do the shorts right then and there. It takes me like 2 minutes.
Hey, we're gonna figure something out. We're gonna figure something out.
Hold on. I like the shorts started out, the white noise and all. I like the white noise. I think that's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
like my calling card right now.
Yeah, it
If
is.
you see
Yeah,
anybody
it
do
is.
that, please say something.
Yeah. Because they've done a few other things that we do, but you know what? Yeah, they can't do that though. That's too obvious.
That's
They can't do
us.
obvious.
Okay, that's me and Christine. We do that. All right. But appreciate you, Sheldon. We'll be back on Monday.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Darth Norbs is hilarious. We are out of here. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning
Bye.
in. We are out.